Hello Twitter and hello Mastodon. This is Rex Balakarum with a new video. The reason I'm shooting this video is its purpose is to be a companion of the thread that I wrote earlier today that deals with Russian campaign of disinformation perpetrated against the American people. Immediately after I published the thread, I started getting reactions from the left accusing me that I would work for Russia, and that's hilarious. These idiots, they don't realize, they probably don't know that I was born and raised in Romania, and the fastest way to get punched in the nose by a Romanian is to call him a Russian, or to tell him that, oh, your language sounds like Russian. Are you Russian? Okay, that's the greatest offense that Romanian takes, being accused of being a Russian collaborator, or that even his language, Romanian, even sounds like Russian. That is very offensive. Okay, it's just historical stuff that probably lots of Americans, they don't understand. Anyhow, they are actually claiming that Trump would be the Russian tool of disinformation inside the United States, and not Hillary Clinton, not Obama, and not John Brennan. The Latins had a word, cui prodest. In English that means who benefits. So in order to find the guilty person, the Latins reasoned that if you can find out who is benefiting from a crime, you're probably going to find the criminal. So let's see who is benefiting from the Russian disinformation campaign. Is benefiting President Trump or Hillary Clinton and the former Obama administration? Let's analyze this a little bit. President Trump, we're going to start with him. Liberals, they claim that he has business interests in Russia, and this is why he is a Russian asset. That is blatantly false. Trump doesn't have any business with Russia, any dealings with him. So far, the only thing that was proved accurately with facts is that a hotel in Moscow has Trump's name on the top of the hotel. But the hotel doesn't belong to Trump, doesn't belong to any of his business associates, and is not run by Trump or any of his business associates or anybody in his family. It's simply a branding dealing. So basically, Trump sold his name to be put on top of a building or on top of the hotel because he has name recognition. Okay, but other than that, he doesn't have any dealings with any Russian entity. Okay, so the business dealings, I invite any liberal to prove to me beyond any reasonable doubt that Trump got any money from Russia. Okay, if you can prove that, please be my guest. Contact me on Twitter and provide irrefutable proof. Okay, not rumors and not innuendos and not anything like that kind of bullshit. Second thing is, with Trump, since the era of President Reagan, Trump is the president who imposed the toughest sanctions against Russia. Period. Okay, they were not imposed by any other president like Bush or like Clinton or like Bush the Elder or like President Obama. No, these sanctions, the toughest sanctions imposed on Russia since President Reagan, again, they were imposed by Trump. Is this the way a Russian asset would act? I don't think so. 3. Last year, over 200 Russian soldiers lost their lives in an airstrike in Syria, ordered by President Trump. It was the greatest loss of life, in which 200 Russian soldiers have perished in a single bombardment. This never happened, not even in World War II, not even in the Cold War. It never happened that airplanes, American airplanes, dropped bombs on Russian soldiers. And this order was given by President Trump. Please tell me, dear liberals, would a Russian asset would have given that order? Try to think logically for once in your life. Okay? Now, let's switch to Hillary Clinton. Who would benefit? Cui prodest? Well, we know that Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State during President Obama. When she signed that Uranium One business dealing that gave Russia, a Russian company, 1/3 of the American uranium reserves, the moment she put her signature on that dealing, the speaking fees of her husband went from $100,000 to $150,000 per speech in Russia to $500,000 overnight, just like that. Okay, I wonder if the Russians, they increased those speaking fees for Bill Clinton out of the goodness of their hearts. I just wonder. Okay. Second thing is, when Hillary signed that Uranium One deal, next thing you know, tens and then hundreds of millions of dollars coming from Russian banks and Russian mining companies and other Russian entities, they started pouring in the Clinton Foundation coffers. And we are not talking about $100,000 or $1 million. We are talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. Coincidentally, started pouring into former President Clinton and his Secretary of State wife, Hillary Clinton. They magically started pouring in the coffers of their foundation, which everybody knows is nothing but a slush fund for them. That's very, very strange coincidence. 3, the email scandal, the unsecure servers that Hillary Clinton used when she was the Secretary of State. They were unsecured, and even the former director of the FBI, Comey, he admitted that much, that Hillary's servers, they were hacked by foreign actors. Who are the foreign actors? Pretty easy to figure it out. Russia and China. Okay, they have the methods, okay, to do that. Not North Korea, and not a Romanian hacker working from his mom's basement, okay? But Russians and the Chinese. Now, imagine that you are the Secretary of State. You did a stupid mistake, a stupid mistake to cover your other shady business dealings. You didn't want them revealed. So what you did, you set up a separate server so you can leave no trace from other business dealings that you had. And you used a private email server in order to cover your tracks. But because you're stupid, you also used it for communication that had to do with your job at the State Department. And imagine that the Russians, they get a copy of that server, and Yuri is calling Mr. Secretary of State, Yuri from Kremlin, and is telling her, hey, sweetheart, you know what? You've been stupid, and we here at the Lubyanka in Moscow, at our headquarters, the FSB, the secret police, the intelligence services in Russia, we have every single email that you send out of your stupid server, okay? And if you are not cooperating with us, you know what's happening? We're gonna reveal that you are actually a traitor. You did send secret information on an unsecure server, okay? Now we have everything, and you're gonna pay for that. Your name is gonna you're gonna be investigated by the FBI and so on and so forth. So you better cooperate with us, okay? And if you are nice and if you are playing nice with us, we're gonna help you to become president, okay? And we're gonna give you many more millions of dollars if you are our girl, okay? So don't worry, we're gonna take care of you. So are you gonna play ball with us or what? Qui prodest? Who benefits? Trump or Hillary Clinton from this scandal? Use your heads for once, liberals. Think about this. Who is the person who is blackmailable? The candidate Trump, who doesn't have any dealings with Russia, or candidate Clinton, who received hundreds of millions of dollars from them, who sold them 1/3 of the uranium reserves of American uranium, and who was stupid enough to set up a server that gave the Russians the opportunity to read all the correspondence of the State Department in their headquarters in the Kremlin. Qui prodest? Who benefits from cooperating with Russia? Ask yourselves that. Well, this is all I had to tell you for today. Till next time, this is Rex Balakarum signing up. Bye.